I went to Costco today with a friend, and I bought some things. You might have seen this on my June grocery budget haul video, because I'm starting this video, filming it today on June 16th. But it's going to take me a while, because what I'm going to do is show you how I use these cheese pizzas. I got 4 at Costco for basically $12. They were $11.79 plus tax, so I'm just going to say $12. That makes them $3 each. 4 times 3 is 12. And I have a ruler here because I want to show you. Here are the pizzas. I took them out of the box to put them in my freezer because I only have a freezer above my fridge, which is plenty. I don't like to have, I wouldn't want a big deep freeze or something. I don't like to stock up that much. And I don't buy meat and stuff that takes up a lot of room. So anyway, they fit better in my freezer out of the box. I'm going to measure it. It is about, I would call it 10.5 inches diameter. So I'm thinking one of these will probably be at least 3 meals. Sometimes I eat more, sometimes I eat less. But I'm going to show you each time I fix one of these cardboard pizzas, because they came in a cardboard box, so I call them cardboard pizzas. I'm going to show you if I just fix it just like this, if I add anything to it, and then how many meals it took to eat it up. And I always eat all the pizza. I love pizza. And I heat up leftover pizza in my air fryer, which makes it delicious. It's like it came right out of the oven. So that's what this video is going to be about. Me and my four pizzas. So this might take a while, but that's okay. I wanted to mention that I took the pizzas out of the cardboard box because it's kind of a thick box and it takes up more room than just the pizzas. And I cut off the instructions because I know vaguely, what to do. I've made enough pizzas, frozen pizzas, but I'd rather have the instructions handy. So I did that. Here's the back of the box. I have some recycling stuff in here. There's also topping suggestions, and I just want to run through those before I throw the box away so that I can watch this video if I need a reminder. So the topping suggestions that they give right here are prosciutto and finish with fresh basil. The next one is shrimp, onion, peppers, and finish with fresh arugula. And I think when they say finish, they mean put it on after it's baked, because I know basil, I don't put it on before I bake because it just shrivels up and turns black. So I put it on after it comes out of the oven before I eat it, because it's nice and fresh and green still that way. And the same with the arugula. The next suggestion is sausage or bacon, olives, mushroom, and green peppers. That kind of sounds like a supreme pizza to me. And then, this is an interesting one, thinly sliced potato and rosemary. I think I'm gonna have to try that. I think I'm gonna cut out these topping suggestions also because of the potato and rosemary. A neighbor has a rosemary bush. I can go over and snag some of that. And I love potatoes. That would be an interesting addition. I've never had potatoes on my pizza. Why not? That's my question. Why not? I am going to fix one of my pizzas from Costco today. I have the oven preset to 425. So I'm going to try the potato and onion, is what I decided, pizza toppings. So I'm just going to cut these canned potatoes. I'm just using Signature Select whole potatoes, and I'm just slicing them pretty thin. I've never made pizza like this before, so I'm very eager to try it. It sounds really good to me. I love potatoes. So there are the potatoes, and I'm going to just slice this onion really thin and get pieces like this. I don't want to have to chop it too much, so it'll be sort of like, I don't know if you've ever had fried potatoes with onions. Oh, that's so good. So that's kind of the, you know, flavor I'm going after. We'll see what happens. And one more little chunk here. And I'm going to cut the plastic so I can start putting the toppings on. I have a pan in the oven, so it'll be preheated also along with the oven. What I'll do is put some of the onions on first. And I'm going to keep a few to put on top. And then I'm just going to place the potatoes on here, and I'm not going to make it real fancy because I'm not very fancy at all, ever, about anything. You could overlap them, you know, you could make it all beautiful, but it's just me. I'm just going to eat it, so I don't care about that kind of thing too much. So I think this is looking good. And I'm going to put the rest of these onions on top, just a few. And you could do whatever you want. I've never done this before, so I'll just do this and see how it goes. Okay, here is the pizza. I'm just going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to the top. Not too much. And then I'm going to spray with my olive oil sprayer to help maybe crisp it up a little. There we go. I'm going to put it in the oven, and I will show you when it's done. Well, here it is. The pizza is out of the oven. It's done on the bottom. I was hoping the potatoes would get a little crispier, but you know, I'm going to heat this up, whatever's left over, which there'll be a lot, I'm pretty sure, in my air fryer, and that will crisp up the potatoes. So, I'll go ahead and cut a little piece. It's very hot, I just took it out. But I'm just going to cut a little tiny piece here. Put it on this plate. It has one little potato on it. And I will give it a try. And it smells really good. I think the onions are going to be delicious. It's very good. So, I will report back if there's anything else to say about this one, but I am glad I read those suggestions on the box. I would never have thought of putting potatoes on a pizza. Yum. So this is what's left over from the potato and onion pizza. It's definitely going to be 2 more meals, so 3 meals out of this first pizza. Tonight I'm going to fix a pizza. It's one of my frozen pizzas from Costco, and I've chopped up some onion, a little bit of garlic, and some tomato. So I'm just going to sprinkle this on, and I'm not using very much onion and garlic. It seems like those things are bothering me a little bit more. So I'll just eat a little bit. Hopefully that'll be okay. And I took some of the seeds out of the tomato. It's a Roma tomato, so I don't know. So there's that. And then I have one of my little cans of chopped olives. And they're chopped very fine. So that looks good, and I'm going to add some more cheese. Got some shredded mozzarella. And there we go. I'm going to put this in the oven, then I'll show you when it's done. I just took the pizza out of the oven, and it's not quite as brown on top, but I'm afraid this is going to get too brown. So I just took it out, and I will add a few little leaves of basil when I cut a slice for me, but it's going to have to sit a minute. So this is the second pizza from a frozen pizza from Costco. I added some chopped onion and garlic, tomatoes, and black olives, and some extra cheese. That's why it's not brown. I put on extra cheese. Here's the pizza after I cut a piece and I put some basil leaves on it. It ended up being about 4 servings. I think the extra toppings really gave it some bulk. So this was very delicious too. I've liked both of my pizzas so far. This is pizza number 3, and I'm not going to add any other toppings other than some Parmesan cheese that I've put on here from that bag. And I'm sure it'll be delicious. I like cheese pizza. Here's my pizza, and it's just a normal cheese pizza with some extra shaved Parmesan cheese. I'm sure it'll be delicious. This is my final frozen pizza from Costco, and tonight I'm going to bake it, and I'm going to make sort of a Greek pizza. I have some marinated artichoke hearts that I've cut up, some regular green olives with pimento, because I don't have any Kalamata olives, and so these will work, and some feta cheese. So I'm just going to put this on here, and I'll bake it at 425 for, it says 13 to 16 minutes. So I've never done this before, but it sounded good. I love all the ingredients, so I will let you know when it's done and when I've tasted it how it is. I love feta cheese. I'll put it in the oven when it's preheated and bake it. Here is the pizza. And I'm going to slice a piece. I let it cool because sometimes I get too anxious and burn my mouth. So here it is. It looks really good. And I am going to take a little bite, give it a try. That is wonderful. The olives and the feta cheese make it kind of salty, and the artichoke hearts are kind of tangy and delicious. I think this is my favorite one of the 4 Costco pizzas. I have cooked or I should say baked, because they're pizzas, so you bake them in the oven. I have baked them all and eaten them all, and it took about a month and a half, about 6-7 weeks, something like that. And I'm kind of surprised they lasted that long, because I love pizza. I could eat it just about every day. I don't get tired of it. And if you recall, the pizzas were $3 each, $12 for 4 of them, and I added toppings to everything, to every one of them, and I'm guessing the toppings ranged from $1 to $2 per pizza. So let's say if a pizza was $5 total, and I got 3 meals out of it, that's, I think, $1.67 a meal, which is pretty good. And they were delicious. So it's cheaper than buying a pizza out, at a pizza place. And it's comparable to buying a frozen pizza at the grocery store with the toppings on it. So I was very happy with all of the pizzas. I loved them all. I think the artichoke and olives and the feta cheese was my favorite. I loved those flavors a lot, but I liked all of them. Let me know if you buy frozen pizzas and make them at home, if you buy pizza out. I love pizzas from a pizzeria, but they're more expensive, and I don't do that very often. But I did notice the other day, I was walking the other morning when it was trash day, trash and recycling, and up and down the street in the recycling bins were all kinds of cardboard boxes for pizzas. So I think a lot of people in my neighborhood eat frozen pizzas, because I saw at least 3 bins with the boxes in it, and several had more than 1 box. So I'm not the only one around here eating frozen pizzas. How about you? Do you eat frozen pizzas? Do you like pizza? What's your favorite? I'm always open to learn about new toppings, and it was fun trying, especially the potato one. That was really good. So leave a comment and let me know. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.